back to Open, everyone. I'm Rhina Valentin, your hosty Café con Leche for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us online, that is. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, don't forget, while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, LinkedIn, and Snapchat at Rhina Valentin. Our first guest is a fighter, empowering people in the same fight. Yeah. A year and a half ago, she was diagnosed with leukemia. And like many, she lost a little bit of her confidence there. And through the process, she learned that cancer didn't define her. She defined herself. Very profound statement we're going to discuss later. Now, cancer free, she's decided to create a cancer awareness fashion show to empower and encourage cancer survivors and those currently fighting the disease. Please welcome SiRVE Studio CEO and founder, Erika Bennett. Hello and welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know that was a pretty long-winded introduction, but I want to make sure that it's already set up, that people understand what you've created from what you've gone through. That's a really profound statement.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with leukemia in 2017, and so I was in remission. I went into remission last year, 2018. Going through the treatments and stuff like that, it not only for myself, I met other patients that just lost themselves, like, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And, thank God for my strength that I had, that I just build that up back myself. And I just met so many people that didn't have that.
And so what we're talking about is the sense of defeat or feeling like, how could I let this happen? This sense of guilt of how could I let this happen, when meanwhile, you really have, it
No
just
choice.
happened.
Yeah.
Right? And so then there's also that sense of shame, right? Because you don't want to share it with people and whatever that is, right?
It was more so, your physical appearance changes 360. And there's a lot of things you can't control due to the medication you're taking and just the lack of appetite and the color of your skin and stuff like that. And it's a lot of things you have to just take in. And it was just hard for me, but I just learned to take that step, take that leap of faith, hey, let me change this about myself.
Right, and so we simplify it with this a term such as, losing confidence. Really, it's almost a loss of yourself because you're not yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then how do you get back to yourself?
The way I did it, it was trials and tribulations. It was so much that I had to go through. And I didn't do it without therapy or anything like that. I'm not against it, but it was just more so looking at myself in the mirror every day, having these conversations and, having these quotes and reading and just learning to find the strength. You don't have strength, you don't have energy, and that just comes in with the lack of just confidence that you have. It's just the amount of energy you have to actually get pretty for the day or do your hair. You're just I just want to feel better.
Right.
That's your main focus, that's your main goal.
And so you created this company, right? I know the company itself serves in various fashions, but I know that your primary cause is to create events that serve a grander purpose.
Yes.
And so this particular one is geared towards cancer, and I
Yes.
understand that you have cancer patients and or survivors who are participants within the fashion show as fashion designers as well as models. So let's talk about that.
Yes. So I built this. So the company wasn't even supposed to happen. I was just going to build this fashion show because I was so focused on this is what I want to give back. As fighting, I was this is what I want to give back. And with my partner, we end up just, hey, let's build a company that just gives back entirely. Let's just, don't let this be the fashion show. Let's just continue and keep pushing and stuff like that. So I built this fashion show. It's broken down into 2 collections, one for skin cancer and one for leukemia and lymphoma. And the designers that I chose, they were upcoming designers in New York City. And they build these collections to just they build it around the confidence of how women should feel dealing with these diseases.
And just
stuff.
for clarification purposes, what she's referencing is the designs are inspired by these
Right.
particular
Yes.
symptoms of cancer,
Yes.
right? Or I don't even know what that term is. However, no, because you said skin cancer. It's like, no, this is not about like cream or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no,
This
no.
is about fashion
Yeah.
and wardrobe that kind of represents it in
Yes.
some sort.
Yes.
Right?
So the collections are broken down into 3 colorways. The skin cancer is black, just because the ribbon is black, and then we have the leukemia and lymphoma, which is orange and red and stuff like that. We kind of just like fallen in, and they are loud pieces. The pieces will bring in confidence. Like the designers, made it specifically for these women to feel like, hey, I am the most important thing in this room, and I'm gonna walk this runway like I am. And then hopefully when they walk that runway, it just sparks a confidence for a lifetime. Like, hey, I am the woman I need to be, and I'm going to continue fighting, and I'm going to just push forward. Or I did fight, and I didn't have this confidence back after I finished, so I have it now. So that's that's like the main purpose
That's
of
the
the show.
motivation behind
Yeah.
it. It's lovely. It's
Yeah.
lovely. I can sense it's going to be a fabulous
Yes,
evening.
it's gonna
So
be.
let's share with everyone where they can participate.
Yes, so everyone, you can participate. It's at SiRVEstudios.com. We have started a donation link to help us help do the production for the show. You can buy your tickets. It's 50% of the ticket sales will be donated to a patient fighting at the moment, so they can go travel, pay for their medical bills, do anything that they would like with the money. I know this would help them in so many different ways. So that's why we decided to also give these women a confidence and also give back in this way. And the show will be on August 18th. It's going to be in New York City, Midtown. All the information is there, like the specific address and stuff like that. You can definitely buy your tickets. Also follow us on SiRVE Studios, on Instagram and on Facebook as well.
Awesome. Here's to living purposefully,
Thank you
Erika.
so much.
Thank
It's such a pleasure being here.
Our pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Glad to share your work with our viewers.
Thank you so much.
You. All right, you guys, once again, the SiRVE Cancer Awareness Fashion Show is taking place on Sunday, August 18th at 470 7th Avenue, starting at 7 p.m. And for more information, you can visit SiRVEstudios.com. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll find out about a dance workshop right here in the Bronx. You don't want to miss. Don't go anywhere.